Welcome to Operation Pixel!
We're jumping right back in, going into Act 3.
Yep.
And Act 3 is kind of an interesting one.
Hey look, it's the Dark Wanderer.
Yes, it is.
Let's follow him, or swing swords at him. Get in his way, slow him down.
Shoot teeth at him.
Those aren't
look
teeth.
at that.
Those are bone spears.
Yeah.
Can't
Look
fool
at
anyone. Well, those guys were easy.
That was really easy.
Okay, well.
If anyone else has noticed, we're kind of in a jungle.
Yep, that's what most of Act 3 is. Well, at least half of Act 3.
So this is probably, well, I think this is probably Oot's least favorite act.
Probably. Like I said, half of it is going to look like this. Hey, look, a jade figurine.
Yeah.
How convenient.
And a quest log pop-up.
Normally, I don't think you'd find that on, like, literally the first group you run into.
It happens.
I mean, sure, but I'm not sure I can ever remember it happening on, like, the first group. I think usually I go halfway through this place and I'm like, crap, I never found it.
Yeah. Usually you end up finding it, like, right around, like, the end of this area and the next area. We're in the spider forest right now, and the next area is the flare jungle, so...
Yeah, I think one of my biggest problems with this place, like, it looks kind of cool still, but, like, pretty much the entire first half of Act 3 is going to look exactly the same as this.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a whole bunch of caves, half of which are useless.
Yeah.
And they all pretty much look the same, so...
Yeah, there's, like, a couple of very specific ones we want to look out for. We might even find one, like, right here. We're looking for the spider cave or spider cavern.
I don't know, I think there's, like, maybe
there's one
two
that's...
places that start with spide or something.
Yeah, there's
and
one that's...
one of them is useful, one of them is worthless.
One of them's the arachnid layer, and the other one's a spider cavern.
Something like that. It's kind of a nuisance.
Yeah. It's gonna be so nice when I can just cast these things infinitely.
Yeah, I shouldn't be too far off from getting BO.
Yeah.
Once I got BO, man. Spider cavern.
Yes, indeed. This is where we're looking for.
Are you sure?
This is a...
I'll take your word for it.
Yep. Yep, we're looking for, as the quest says, we're looking for 3 pieces of, Kaleem's will.
Something like that.
So, we're looking for...
It's all very important.
Questy stuff.
Yeah, there should be a special chest in here somewhere. I think that's what we're essentially looking for.
Yep.
So be sure to let us know in the comment section below if you see any special chests. I'm just kidding, we'll be well past this by the time we get your comments. Nobody comments on our... Oh, hey, look! Got it.
And the nice thing is that I can make you grab it, and I don't have to grab it.
That's fine with me. I found Kaleem's eye. I'm going to shove it in this cube.
Yep.
Oops.
It's very important.
Yeah. Alright, well, we're done here.
Yes, we are. And see, Act 3 can either be, like, really long and drawn out, or you can, like, go directly for what you need, play like a pro, and get it done nice and quick.
I mean, so far so good. We've gotten really lucky so far.
Yeah. Now we just got to go for the flare jungle, which should be next.
TJ and I were joking before we started this up about seeing how fast we could finish Act 3.
Yeah, Act 3 really, I mean, like, for being kind of like the middle of the story, it's really kind of like the act you just want to get through the quickest. Yeah, Act 2 is not really that fun either, but...
Yeah.
I actually kind of like Act 2, though, just because...
Act 2's okay.
I just kind of like the style and the...
I mostly just don't like the lightning beetles.
Yeah.
Just besides that, it's fine.
The music and the deserty feel and everything. I guess maybe I have a thing for deserts, but... jungles, not so much.
Like I said, this place kind of runs on a bit longer than it needs to, probably.
They could make like a Jungle Book version of this. Like have like, you know, like you gotta rescue Mowgli.
I actually only saw that movie kind of recently for like the first time, and I was like, I don't understand why people said this was good.
I went and saw it with my grandma.
Oh, I didn't see the new one. I meant the original cartoon one. It was really goofy.
Oh yeah.
And,
yeah, it's just...
in my opinion, not very good. I mean, maybe if I'd seen it when I was like 6 or something, but...
Yeah. It's often like hard to enjoy, like... I mean, some children's cartoons are alright when you're an adult, but if you didn't see it when you're a kid, it kind of takes out half the fun.
Sure.
Like Lion King, I guess, you know, you could show to an adult who's never seen it, and Yeah, they might still enjoy it, but
Yeah, I don't know. I actually haven't seen Lion King since I was like 10. So
it's one worth rewatching for sure. But I think like
that's basically just
again,
Hamlet with lions.
pretty much. I mean, Disney usually just makes pretty high quality
Oh, there's
films
the arachnid layer.
in general. And hey, look, another turn.
I guess we also got to look out here for the Gid bin. I don't know. Oh, hey, look, there's the waypoint.
Yep. Yeah, that's one cave we don't have to go into.
All right, next waypoint's in the Great Marsh.
Yep. Yeah. We could, Great Marsh really doesn't have anything too important in it.
Mm-hmm.
Flare Jungle is what we're looking for. Although it's kind of weird because sometimes, like, with the way Act 3 is, like, you'll get, like, you might go into the Flare Jungle first and then find the Great Marsh.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the Great Marsh is off to, like, the right and the Flare Jungle is off to the left. And Act 3 is always kind of going this general direction.
It's kind of a labyrinth, really. Almost. Because you just kind of got to follow the river and see where it takes you.
Yep.
And hope you find the places you're looking for.
Yep. You want a Grand Charm with 20 fire resist?
Maybe eventually. I think for right now, just keep murdering stuff.
Yeah, might come in handy in higher difficulties.
Yep.
Like, the way I see it, like, I mean, like, generally, like, for me, like, I'll keep charms even if they're, like, kind of crap. Even if, like, you know, it's, like, just, like, a little bit, like, I mean, just because, like, by the time you get to, like, Nightmare and higher difficulties, what, you know, it's kind of like at that point, like, you don't find good items you want to keep that often.
Mm-hmm.
So you may as well use the inventory space to, like, you know, just buff your stats. Especially, like, the damage ones, like, they can add up over time, or the life ones, but
Sure.
it's like, usually, like, yeah, early on they're pretty useless, just on their own.
I know some of the ones I kept are stuff like the ones where you can get, like, plus, like, even just a little bit of cold damage.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, with cold, you don't really worry so much about the damage, you just want the slowing effect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty nice. I mean, like, you know, even, like, with cold, too, the other nice thing is, like, when you kill something with cold damage, you'll get rid of the corpse.
Oh, right.
So as long as you're not, like, a necromancer that summons, you really don't need the corpse there.
Yeah.
And it's nice, too, like, when you're around stuff that can revive or whatever.
Oh, this is a Great Marsh. Did we miss something?
We probably want to go the other way.
Well, I know we need to go to the Great Marsh for a another piece of something, or the next waypoint at least. We definitely got to go here eventually. Just curious if we missed a side passage with important stuff. Because it's hard to say, because freaking Act 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, the Great Marsh, you know, besides the waypoint, there's nothing important, but I know the Flare Jungle's probably up the other way. We probably just, you know, could have gone the other way and they're taking us to there.
Well, we can find the waypoint and then we'll just teleport back there.
Yeah. Chipped ruby.
So there's a chance to check out this area.
Yeah, the
anything else valuable around here.
What was I gonna say about the something about the waypoints, or
I don't know, about places, about going back for the somethings, or
these frogs, like, they're pretty dang weak, but they actually, like, I mean, their poison is what I noticed. Like, there's been, like, times, like, not on this character, but just, like, on other characters where, like, I've been poisoned for, like, you know, 5 minutes straight.
Oh, yeah.
It's because of those frogs.
Like, I don't really pay attention too much to where it's happened, but I know there's times where it felt like the game glitched out because I was fighting someone like Andariel or something like that, and, like, I'd spend all of my potions trying to just, like, beat out the poison, and it never, ever wore off.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I guess I gotta go back to town, because either I have way too much poison or it's broken.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing, too. Like, it's like, even with your poison resist really high, you know, it seems like sometimes, like, you know, it sticks around for an unfair amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm using a poison trait now. At least not anymore. And Act 3 is kind of weird, too. Like, you know, it's like the shaman here for people watching. These little pygmy dudes are kind of interesting. I mean, they're weak, but they're shamans. Like their fire damage, unless you have like at least a decent amount of fire resist, those fire guys can really kill you quick.
Those flamethrowers can really get you. It's also funny because every time you kill a shaman, another one pops out, which basically means that it's two of them stacked on each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
Which is always pretty funny just to imagine.
Entertaining. Yeah, these shamans can definitely hurt. Definitely recommend getting fire resist when you come into Act 3, at least for this beginning part. But then now that I think about it, the council members, they have
yeah, they do a lot of fire damage
spells,
too.
So
I got too much crap. Whatever.
Well, we found the chest, which means the waypoint's probably close. That's literally like the only thing here. Although I think there's like one little like dungeon or whatever here too. But
probably. Well, there's no way through here.
We probably could have even just skipped getting the Great Marsh waypoint. You know, honestly, like
I guess
great.
It's just a lake there. Okay.
Probably got to be down here somewhere.
All right.
It's like when you know. Yeah, it's like when you know how to navigate.
Maze.
Yeah, like normally, like I don't even like go through the Great Marsh. I just like try to go straight for the Flare Jungle. But like, you know,
there's got to be something in the Great Marsh, right?
No,
like, I thought it was at least like led to another area or like.
Well, that's the thing is like
some sort of quest here.
Kind of like getting back to like how we were saying Act 3's, you know, like labyrinth, like structure. It's kind of weird because sometimes you can actually go through the Great Marsh and get the Flare Jungle, but sometimes it's almost like, you know, just like a left and right thing. Like you can literally, you know, take the way to the Great Marsh or take the way to the Flare Jungle, like, straight from the Spider Forest. So.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. But I'm gonna be kind of sad if we don't find that waypoint.
I think we'll find the waypoint. I just think that we probably have to go back up to get the Flare Jungle. I mean, we're going through this pretty quick anyway. I mean,
yeah.
It's one thing when you have to navigate through here. It's another thing when you're like having trouble with all the fire damage and like, trouble killing the enemies. And
if these guys were slowing us down for more than a couple seconds, then maybe we'd be in trouble.
Collect some gems. I have a thing about collecting small gems now because I know how valuable it is to have them when you want to combine runes. Usually I try to at least keep one of every type of gem.
Sure.
But, I mean, like, once you can make rune words, it's like there's no point in using gems.
Alright, I think we've
combining them.
Officially searched basically the entire Great Marsh and still haven't found the waypoint.
Yeah, it's probably, might even just be down here.
There's not a lot of places left for it to be, so...
It just doesn't even exist in this game.
It's got to exist.
I've always, like, wondered what would happen, like, you know how Diablo just spawns random maps? Like, you know, I always just wondered, like, if it could glitch out and just, like, you know, like, not spawn, like, a way down to the next level or whatever, you know, like...
It might be possible.
If so, it's probably like really, really rare. And like,
probably.
In all my time playing Diablo, I've yet to see it happen.
Uh-huh.
That shaman thought he could kill me.
Well, he did a fair amount of damage to you, at least.
I was just kind of running around mindlessly.
Gotta be careful when you're running around mindlessly.
Yeah, my bone armor ran out. It's kind of like my leeway for being lazy. Like I can just like rely on my ability to just take those extra hits.
Sure.
I mean, like, it's not really good right now, but someday it'll be good.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
jeez,
this place
is huge.
This is a pretty big Great Marsh.
Yeah.
Guess that's why
I thought
so
we were
big.
done with it, pretty much. But like, then it was like, no, we're just gonna go on for another 5 miles down this way.
Yeah, that's why they call it the Great Marsh.
I guess so.
Not just the marsh.
That would make sense.
It's probably down here.
Probably. I guess we'll just go that way. Where's that stinking way? Oh, I remember. I found a bridge like this when I was playing on single player a few days ago, and I got stuck. For some reason, I could go across the bridge one way, couldn't go across the other way, and it made me very sad.
It does sound kind of sad.
I actually, since I had a skill point left over, I just learned leap and jumped across the river. That solved my problem.
You always just respec out of it later.
If I wanted to.
You have 3 respecs anyway.
Uh-huh.
And look, we found another chest. And we still haven't found the waypoint. Oh, it might be down here. I bet you it is. Nope. The map just kind of cuts out.
Really?
This is a really, really big Great Marsh.
It's gotta be. Where's the stinking waypoint?
Yeah, you can cut your Act 3 time down severely just by completely skipping the Great Marsh, because, like, we've been running around, like, and just, like, haven't even found the friggin' waypoint.
There's gotta be something in the Great Marsh. It can't all be worthless. It wouldn't be a great marsh if it was entirely worthless. It'd be a crappy marsh.
Yeah, it is really a crappy marsh, isn't it?
I mean, shoot, looks like we're practically almost back at the spider forest now.
Yeah, just about.
It's gonna reconnect into the spider forest. I'm gonna laugh.
Probably will.
I mean, I'll be sad, but I'll laugh. Oh, yep, we're in the spider forest. I just looked up at the name thing. Ah, jeez.
Yeah. Well, we haven't found that waypoint. But at this point, we don't even really need to.
No, I'm gonna get that waypoint.
Oh, determined, huh?
It's insulted me at this point. It's against my pride.
Well, let's take a look at what we missed. Check your map and see if maybe there's a part. You know, it's also possible too that that we have to go into the flare jungle to go into another part of the Great Marsh.
Are you kidding? There's more Great Marsh through the flare jungle?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the maps like don't really connect right, like, but you know they're kind of jagged in the pathway, so it's kind of like if that makes any sense.
This right here is a good example of why I hate Act 3.
Yeah. And like I said, like I usually just like if I see that I'm in the Great Marsh, I just like go back where I was
turn
going.
around.
I turn around and like you could look at like any of my characters, like if I had any of my old characters left, you go in them and you see that they didn't have a Great Marsh waypoint. Like I just totally skipped it. I mean, there really is like nothing. It's like almost like it's really just there to add more content to Act 3.
Apparently get people lost for 3 hours while they're like, where's the stinking waypoint?
Yeah. Well, I guess it might be here. My mana, my stamina can survive long enough to get me there.
I just want to find the waypoint.
Probably down here somewhere.
I mean, there's not really very many places left where it could be.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, this is dead end.
It's up there. I think there's one little path to the path to the east area here.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, here's a way down this way.
Yeah. It's probably down here.
Better be. I'm gonna be very upset. We searched like literally the entire Great Marsh. Like this really has been like a huge waste of time. There's the waypoint. Is there really nothing in the Great Marsh? Not even the Gidbin or something nearly worthless?
Call this episode The Search for the Great Marsh Waypoint.
I'm gonna call this episode The Crappy Marsh. Pile of garbage marsh.
Alright.
People say you shouldn't, like, freaking chop down the rainforest. Like, yeah, go ahead with the Great Marsh.
Yeah,
The rest of the jungle you can leave alone, but... Oh, hey, the Flare Jungle!
Yep.
I thought that was going to be back the other way.
Yeah. It might even be the other way, too.
God, I hate Act 3. Next time on Operation Pixel.